Greetings, beautiful viewers, this is Smitten, and welcome to episode 31 of How to Feel at Smite, and today I jump in the kiddie pool as HeBo. Time to sink or swim, baby. I know I'm not the first person to say this, but holy shit, this map is freaking gorgeous. Can we get a round of applause for the artist at Hi-Res? Now that I'm done being distracted by this gorgeous artwork, let's see how I fare as HeBo in mid. I just hit level 5, time to crush the Sunman with the 3-1 ult combo I have had used against me so many times. And... boom, baby, get hosed! No tower, no! Dang it! Worth it! But I make sure to tell my teammates that it was the tower that killed me. Chapter 1. That was cute. And now with Ra missing in mid, I move in to hit the tower when the familiar sound of a Loki vanish catches my attention. HeBo is way too squishy to be caught out of position, so I haul ass home. And yet this Loki is determined to make me pay for this push. After the stun is worn off from his ult, I use my Aegis and my ult to get out of there. Nice try, Loki, nice try. Professor Smitten gives you an A for effort. A minute later, and this courageous young Loki comes for me a second time, but thanks to my wards, I was able to evade him once again. And Loki wanders off. I wounded his pride with my superior decision making. Is this really going to be a fail video, or is HeBo the new non-failer? Chapter 2, I less than 3 towers. In 10 minutes, we've managed to pull ahead a pretty solid lead. We're up by 8 kills and 5k gold, and we're taking our sweet time killing off these minions. Only Ra stands between Thor, Sobek, and I. It seems like a pretty solid move, right? Sobek, just get out of my way. I move forward to lay down floodwaters to slow their minions and give mine time to push upwards. I carefully aim water spout to ensure that it hits as many creep as I can manage and splash them with water cannon. I feel pretty confident standing close to their tower as I have 2 other teammates to back me up in case anything happens. We move up to start hitting the tower, but I underestimated Ra's ability to clear minion waves and get scared off when I see the blue rings of teleporter on the tower. Time to get out of here. I lay down my slip and slide and just barely dodge a Ra snipe. I turn to see Ares trying to burn me down with his chains and do as any responsible adult would and splash him. But despite my Aegis, Ra kills me off with a basic attack. Chapter 3, come and get me. What's all this ruckus about? Hey, leave my tower alone. Hey you, look over here. I'm so squishy, I bet you could 2-shot me. Bet money, let's do this. I may actually regret this until... that familiar sound of a botched Loki ult brings me comfort. I may survive this after all. Nope, not following me. Woohoo! Chapter 4, ambush. This team has done a really good job of protecting their towers. Someone is constantly rotating over to fend off the 1 or 2-man tower pushes. Neith comes from the jungle and scares Thor and I off, but when I see her going in for the ult, I make sure to splash right in front of her. Yeah, splashing right in front of her. That was intentional. It was just a gesture saying, do it and I'll frickin' kill you. Sobek pings the map telling us we've got company coming. Great. Now that Thor's up in the air, I'm left exposed for the incoming onslaught. Loki ults in on me and Ares blinks in for the assist, but Thor dives in to stun them, giving me enough time to use my ult to get out of that situation. Maybe next time, Loki. Maybe next time. Chapter 5, freebie. So here I am, minding my own business in left lane, pushing back their minions because they had come up to our Phoenix. Honestly, this game really shouldn't be taking so long. We have a really strong lead right now. If we could just group up and get focused and just push, we could win. Neith, where the hell did you— oh, Loki! Loki, how many times do we have to go through this in this one game? You're not gonna get me. It's just a fact. Let it go. Think of all the other things you could be doing with your time. But you know what? I kind of feel bad. You've been trying this whole game. Here, let me do something for you. There you go. Good job. Chapter 6. No! In my opinion, there is no moment more tense in a game whenever you decide to go for Fire Giant or for Gold Fury. Especially when you take a look and see who's dead and who isn't. All of their tanks are dead, but all of their damage dealers are still alive, which means that they could come in any second and steal this. And speaking of which, there's Loki. If I'd bothered to tab out for a second just to see who has what, I would have known Loki had Hand of the Gods. Cupid takes a moment and just lets everybody know how frustrated he is that we let them steal Fire Giant. Yes, we know, we're just as upset as you are. But never fear, we've already taken care of Loki, now we go in for the Neith. We all move in, Sobek tosses her back, and she takes a second just to stun all of us with Spirit Arrow. And I'm ready to ult into this bush. That was also intentional. I can think of no better use for a man made of water than to water the bushes. I mean, come on, somebody's gotta do it. Chapter 7, why? Just why? 38 minutes into the game and there are still some people who don't seem to realize that it's time for team fights and not for farming. People, come on, can we just, all of us, all 5 of us, get together and just get this done? Oh god, Robbie! 7 hells does he do a lot of damage. Chapter 8, how to HeBo. If you're a first-time HeBo like me, then there are a few things that you should know. And that first big lesson is to know your role. Knowing your role is going to help you a lot in where you should be positioning yourself. For example, if you're a tank and you guys are about to go in for a big team fight, you should be in front. If you're a squishy damage dealer, you should be behind your tank. Right here, I'm not exactly sure why I thought a man made out of water could take an entire team. I don't know, beats me. Chapter 9, Gentle Lessons. Here I am once again, minding my own business, pushing up right lane since we have Fire Giant, when I hear Loki vanish from the jungle. I take my sweet time, making sure to clear the archers first. When he dives in on me and dealing massive amounts of damage, I use my ult to escape. And now it's time for a game of cat and mouse. He's not gonna chase me all the way to the Phoenix, is he? You mean other people can make the same mistakes that I usually make? Alright, Loki, you're forcing my hand. I kinda have to do this. You followed me all the way down the lane. How many videos do I have to make where I show that you shouldn't follow down the lane so much? Okay, that was pretty sweet on my part, and I have to see that one more time. So what did we learn today, class? Don't over-pursue. Chapter 10, Timing. It's 43 minutes in. Can we please just end this? All we need is just one good team fight, one good push, and it's over. Come on, guys. We gotta get this one. But no, of course, it's their team that's the first to initiate, giving them the upper hand. Sobek, get on the slip and slide. Hurry down the lane. 7 hells, that raw hurts. Okay, you know what? I'm out of here. Ares ult? No problem. I'll just use my ult to get out of it if I had used it just a second later than I actually did. HeBo's ult lasts precisely about a second, maybe a second and a half. Ares ult takes 2.5 seconds to channel. Yeah, I could have timed that one just a little bit better. Chapter 11, what is happening? Alright guys, we got this. We got 2 Phoenixes down. Now all we need to do is just push in there and take that man bull down. But can a team who has failed to group up for the past 46 minutes really accomplish such a task? My team and I have been having some serious problems ever since they stole the Fire Giant buff about 15 minutes ago. For some reason, since that fight, all of us have been just marching in one by one, getting killed off one by one. We just couldn't seem to, I don't know, just like sync up and do something together. Well, great, now they have Cupid down. And with their Loki up in 12 seconds, there's no way that Neith and I can burst down this manbull by ourselves. Sobek finally makes it up the lane, and instead of going for the right Phoenix so that he can tank it, we just decided to take care of these minions right here. Because where's the sportsmanship in just winning immediately? I see Ares picking on my half-health Neith, and move in to assist her. Come here, you big old tough guy. Come on, what do you got? Ares, did you know that water puts out fire? I managed to finally scare him off, but instead of focusing down the squishy raw, we stay focused on Ares, for some reason. With one final skadoosh, I pick up the kill. Hey, we may actually win this team fight. Come on, Loki, you and me are old pals, remember? We've shared so many moments together, how could you do this? Chapter 12, Braveheart. Yes, finally, here we go. All 5 of us, all in the same area, let's do this. Please, it's only gonna take just one good play from us, just one. Our Neith is trying her best to push back left lane while we keep him busy in mid. And for once, it seems like members on their team, Bra and Loki, are having a hard time trying to decide what's the most important part, either protecting middle lane from 4 people or protecting left lane from 1 person. Alright, here we go, Smitten. Be brave, let's take down this Phoenix. Ow, I could take a few tower shots in the name of this Phoenix. Oh god, never mind. Okay, lesson learned, HeBo can't take a Phoenix. Chapter 13, I am so done! 7 minutes later, and the enemy team has managed to completely turn this game around. And you know what I'm thinking to myself? Right now I'm thinking, you know what? I could probably use a second active 57 minutes into the game, considering I don't have 2, I only have 1. Of course, Smitten. That's been the problem this whole game, right? I mean, it hasn't been because my team was filing in one by one to the slaughterhouse, or the fact that we were taking objectives at the worst times. No, it's because I chose not to invest in a second active. That's okay, I'll take the fall for this one. With my tier 3 second active, I just feel invincible. I'm ready to go in on these guys. Oh look, a prime time to use my new active! Wow, did I really already forget that I just bought that? Oh no, I just decided to use it after all of this. The enemy team finally pushes in for the win. A good game to my allies and a good game and well played to my opponents. 60 flippin' minutes. The first half of this game, my team and I were doing really well. We had the upper hand, but I can only assume that our morale was crushed the second they stole the Fire Giant from us, because after that, we literally would go in 1 or 2 at a time and get raffle stomped by their entire team. If you take away anything from this video, let it be that you are only a single instrument in this team game. If you make a decision on your own, be prepared for the consequences. We all need to swallow our pride a little more and work as a unit. HeBo's passive is Steady Flow. Each time he uses an ability, he gains a 10% magical power buff to a max of 30 for 5 seconds. His number 1 ability is Water Cannon. HeBo's primary source of damage is a conal attack that deals massive amounts of damage with a 3-second cooldown. Put a point into this at level 1 and max it first. Floodwaters is his second ability. This allows you and your allies to move up to 40% faster and slows enemies who walk on at up to 40%. Put a point into this at level 3 and max it last. His third ability is Water Spout. This small area of effect ability deals magical damage, knocks enemies up into the air, and slows them by 25% for 2 seconds. Put a point into this at level 2 and max it second. And finally, his ultimate, Crushing Wave. The infamous HeBo ult transforms him into a wave that deals 690 magical damage scaled by 115% of your magical power. Put a point into this at every chance you get. The damage done is enough to secure a kill and allow you to escape if needed. And here's my suggestion for an all-out damage build. Start out with Shoes of the Magi, go into Bancroft's Talon, Gem of Isolation, Rod of Tahuti, Obsidian Shard, and Soul Reaver. You don't necessarily have to build them in this order or this exact same way. Remember, every game is different and you should build accordingly. If we tickled your fancy, make sure to rate and subscribe for upcoming videos. You can also come hang out with us on Facebook and Twitter, and don't forget to follow us on Twitch to see us streaming live, links in the description. Feel free to leave your suggestions on how to play this god, as well as any feedback you may have for us in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, I'm Smitten, and I'll see you next time.
Good game. Bye.